straight from a can. I'm doing that, I have been doing that, so that's how it is. But we're drinking another Boost Energy today. Whoa. So we're doing another energy drink review. I've got the sensitivity like marked up, so you may be able to hear the fan today. I don't know. I'm just kind of testing out new things, because I know that some people like really sensitive content. Other people prefer just less intense. But there we go. So for some reason the lighting is absolute dog shit again. I mean, I do have my ring light on, and I don't know, I think it's the light behind me is being annoying. But today we're drinking the Boost Energy, as mentioned. It is the mango flavour, which I mentioned in a previous video of doing. So I'm going to open it up and we're going to get to trying it. Hopefully there's not going to be any drilling or loud sounds, but we'll just see. So this is the mango one, juiced up mango for a mouth-watering tropical hit. Now this is the one I thought I already had, but I didn't. I had the mixed berries and something else. I can't remember. But now we get to finally try the mango. I don't know how it's going to be. Let's get into it. It tastes like mango, or at least like mango flavouring. Yeah. I mean, it tastes good. Is that my favourite out of them? I'm tempted to say yeah. I don't really remember the flavour of the other ones, if I'm honest. Maybe I'll do a video while I buy. Do you know what? That's actually not a bad idea, because there's numerous of them and they're only 75p. Will it be bad for me? Maybe I shouldn't do that because it's energy drinks. Maybe I'll just like get a few and pour them out into different glasses and then just see from there. I don't know, it sounds like a bit of a waste, but they are only 75p. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do like a lineup of trying each of these one after the other. But yeah, 75p, mango, Boost. So if you've missed the other Boost videos, then Boost are kind of like the cheap energy drink in the UK. I don't know if it's still these days, but when I was a kid, people would go to the shop after school or like bring them into school, like Boost Energy, just because it was cheap and it was what they could afford with pocket money or whatever they got. Nowadays, I guess these kids are getting Prime. God knows how they're getting the money for that shit. I did want to do a Prime video back where I was living beforehand, before we moved here. There was a shop that did what was it? Like all of the Prime, and because it was like a weird country area, that sounds horrible, but like when I say weird country, I just mean like I don't really know what I mean by that, but it's just a country area, really rural, so like not a lot of people there, super low key. There aren't a bunch of kids going out and trying to buy them all up. I don't know what's happening with my accent today. Anywho, yeah, I wanted to do a video and I just never got around to it. Kind of sad. I regret that now, honestly. But it is what it is. Yep. Maybe one day we'll get to do some Prime. Refuel, energize. That's what it says on the side. I didn't just make that up. Talking about moving away. I wonder if it's just me, but for those of you that have ever moved somewhere else, do you ever think about like, and family and friends are different, or people that you might really know, but do you ever like think about the fact that it's kind of like, I guess similar to what I guess people say about the last time you went out and played with your friends, like one day, or like online gaming with friends, one day you went out and you didn't know that was going to be the last day. you didn't know it at the time, because I mean, I guess it's a little bit different with moving because you kind of know that it's going to happen, right? So when you go into a shop, you kind of know that's the last time you're going to go there if you're moving the next day. But like, what I mean by that is, because you never tell people, right? So, as far as some people are aware, you just disappear. Like when I was living in that area, we only lived there for, I don't even remember. How long was it? Maybe half a year, maybe a little bit longer than that. I don't really recall. But near enough that time. When you move away, those people just don't necessarily know unless you like specifically tell them. I don't know why you would though, unless you kind of know the people. But like when we were living there, I went to this shop. It was a co-op every single day, like nearly every day. I'd go in because I could, I guess, and I was picking up stuff for videos, obviously at the time. But then one day, as far as they were aware, I came in. The next day I didn't, and then from then on I just disappeared. And like maybe people just do not recognise that enough. But I feel like when you work in retail, if there is someone that is there every day, you do begin to pick up on it. At least that was my experience. Maybe it's different when I was working in a bar because the relationship is slightly different. You know, it isn't someone coming in, buying stuff and then leaving. They're like people that come in and buy drinks and they stay and they like for hours. So you kind of begin to recognise people that come regularly because they're there for a while. That said, you know, where I was working was really busy, so it's kind of different. Or like, I guess maybe cancels out because in this shop it really wasn't busy. Like, I can't imagine that. Well, I guess everyone else was probably regulars as well, so maybe they wouldn't. I don't know, man. maybe I'm just being self-entitled, self-important, you know. Even if you don't, it's not like necessarily thinking about that they are like, oh no, they're not, they've disappeared, what will happen to them. It's not really that, it's just like the idea that those people that would have seen you every day suddenly never do again, and you will never know them. Like, I think about, well, I grew up at home before, you know, I moved out and went to university and stuff, and I think because we used to live on top of a shop, like there was a shop and we were living I guess it's technically a flat above, even though it had multiple floors. It's basically a house above a shop, but sure. I guess apartment maybe is the better term, but whatever. We don't really use that term here. So, and a flat, by the way, for anyone that isn't aware, just in case, because I don't know if that's if that's a translatable term, but a flat is the colloquial term for like an apartment in the UK. So a flat, because it's like, I guess my assumption is that is one level. It's like a flat bit in a building, right? So I don't know if that's why it's called that way, but that's my interpretation of it. Anyway, we used to live above this shop, and we lived there for how long would it have been? I think we moved to that place. So when I'm giving you all the details of my life. So when my parents separated, we moved. I lived mostly with my mum, and we lived above an Indian restaurant firstly, and then we moved from there to another shop. And when we moved there, I think I actually can't remember. I think I was 17 when I moved. Well, I might have been 18 actually, because I was just finishing my A-levels, which is like the end of high school, like 18 years old. And yeah, I moved there then, years maybe, and then I moved to London in 17 or 18, around one of those years. Since then, obviously, I've come home, but I never lived there permanently. But I was there regularly enough that I would see people in the shop and stuff. Anyway, my point being, we lived there for a while, and then suddenly one day, I just stopped showing up, or my family stopped showing up at the shop, and it's just crazy to think you could know people for so long, or exist around people for so long, and then you just vanish out of their lives, and you out of theirs, or them out of yours. And I could say the same for where I lived before that, but I lived right next to the school I was at the time, and then when I moved, I was still going to that school for a few months, so I still went to this shop. And I guess the difference is I knew the parents that the people that own the shop were the uncle and aunt of a friend of mine at school, so it was kind of not really that deep. But yeah, I just think about that sometimes. I used to always get stuff from a bakery in the morning before school, and then when I moved, that stopped, and it's just kind of crazy to think about the people that still are living now. I wonder what they're doing with their lives. It's just a weird thing that maybe I'm just weird and the only one that thinks about it, but it seems to me like one of those things that you might distance yourself from, because you realise that those people played a part in your life and you don't really want to think about it. Even if it's not that deep. I don't know, man. I think I'm getting a bit too deep into this. I'm liking that. The bottom dregs are not so great. We're 13, 14 odd minutes into this video. I'm going to finally open these crisps and eat something. Kind of mixing the content today, I guess. Sorry it took so long for me to get here. I was just rambling. Them's the crisps. Again, if you saw the last video, you'll know that they don't really look like squares. They're meant to, but half the time they're curled over. Didn't used to be like that. They're also super thin now. And a lot harder. They'll change the recipe quite substantially. I still enjoy them. I think they taste good. I've got a couple of hours before my next game. I don't know if the pie is going to survive. The reason I say that is because by the way, it's because on this chair, this new chair, I have to lift my body up, and I'm trying to be careful of jolting my back around, so I've been lifting my hand up, I've been putting my fist down and lifting up, and I think I actually hurt my wrist doing it. Sometimes I'm getting a shooting pain down my arm, and sometimes up through my fingers. Probably not a good thing. I should probably go to the doctors about that. If it persists for like a week, I'll probably go. Damn. Anyway, what I was saying was I'm not so confident the party's going to survive. Half of them are on like 1 or 2 hit points. They've just been incapacitated by a goblin that can use psionic abilities. And there's 2 enemies still out there. Only one of the party members is not incapacitated, and it's the wizard. So it's not looking good. Could be looking at a TPK today. I don't know, I think they might retreat, which is fair. Oh, there we go. So, Boost Energy Mango, what did we think of it? It's hard to say without the other ones here, but I am very, very confident this is my favourite one. I really like it. I like the mango flavour. I just like mango flavour in general. I think it's sometimes hard to go with certain things, like it doesn't always work, but generally, I really enjoyed it. This camera's suddenly on 60 frames per second. Whoa, what's going on? It's getting really good. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. Anyway, it might not like that for you, but it was on the recording. So, would I get scared? Obviously I would. I actually recommend this. If you want just a cheap drink and you're from the UK, get yourself a Boost. Get the mango one, it's actually quite nice. Yeah, okay, it's not as like big and grand as a Monster. It's not nearly as big of a can. It's bite-sized in comparison. But it's pretty fine as it is in comparison. If I wanted to just get a cheap drink, I'd get it. And honestly, you can get 2 of these for the price that you could pay for a Monster. So, like, you know, it's not that deep. If you don't want a full Monster, get yourselves one of these. But I think that might be all of the Boost ones, other than the like sugar-free one. I don't know if I want to do that one. Do I want to waste some money? Yeah, alright, I might try that one. It's only 75p if it was a Monster. One of the sugar-free Monsters. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I hate the sugar-free ones. I just think they're so tasteless, but maybe that's a me issue. I don't know. If you think of any other drinks you want me to try, please let me know in the comments below. That's going to wrap us up for the day. So, if you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate a like. If you are unsubscribed, you should be. Well, you shouldn't be unsubscribed, you should be subscribed, is what I'm saying. So come and hit that button and join us. Daily videos, come and join us every day. 100 years. ASMR 100 years. And go check out the videos appearing on the side of the screen. And I will see you in whatever video comes next.